Hey, Rifters, welcome to the show. Keith Reza with my Nightwing to my Batman. You're supposed to introduce yourself because I always fuck up your name.
Dude,
Let's start over.
And then you just stuttered. It's fine.
My Nightwing to my Batman.
Victor Pacheco.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
How are we doing the hiccup so early in the episode, and then we already recorded the podcast, and that fucking came out pretty fucking good, and we're just hiccuping right now in the front just to get all the bad shit out up front. But
because we, and when I say we, I mean mostly me, but I'm adding you in it so I don't sound like a loser. We're fucking idiots.
We're fucking idiots. Anyway, yeah.
Anyways, we got a great show coming on with the great Geoffrey Blake. You see him in Young Guns, Forrest Gump, and Contact. You ready?
Let's do this, baby.
Let's do it.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hey, Geoffrey.
Hello, how are you, gentlemen?
Good, how are you?
I'm always good. Always good.
I like your hat.
Thank you. So do I. I just bought it, actually.
Is that a Young Guns hat that you stole?
I lost my hat, and that was like this. I think my teenager has it, but that's ungrounded suspicion. So I bought a new one. There it is.
Nice. Geoffrey, this is Victor. He's the trusty sidekick.
Hello, Victor, the trusty sidekick. I have an affinity for you already, since that's what I play in my career, trusty sidekick. Well, usually not so trusty sidekick.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Blake.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this. So the first question we had is Victor wanted to know, do you have any trusty sidekick advice for him?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, how do you be a good sidekick?
Just dive in deep and realize that sidekicks don't know they're sidekicks.
Excellent. That's excellent.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Except for Ed McMahon on the Johnny Carson show. I think he knew he was a sidekick.
Yeah. And then after Johnny Carson, he had his Star Search show where he was the main show. You know?
He was. That is true. That is very true. Where are you guys located?
I'm in the beautiful city of Huntington Beach.
I like Huntington Beach.
Yeah. And I'm in my room. I'm isolating because I have COVID.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
I was there 2 weeks ago at that gigantic baseball sports complex you guys had there. My son was playing in a baseball tournament.
Oh, my God. When's he playing again?
He's playing in Las Vegas this weekend, but that weekend it was in Huntington Beach. So there you go.
Well, next time he's in Huntington Beach, hit me up. We'll have a chicken.
I like that. There we go. They're nice baseball fields, actually. So very nice. Yeah.
And Victor, where are you right now in these lands of the stand-up comedy? Where's the road taking you?
Oh, right now I'm on the road, but I am currently in Northern California, the San Francisco Bay Area.
That's where I'm from.
I'm actually in the city of San Carlos.
Okay.
And I researched you, and you graduated from San Ramon Valley High School.
I did.
And I used to teach at San Ramon Valley Unified School District until I got fired for them finding my social media with my not too school friendly parodies of like porno advertisements and songs about women shaking their asses on my face, and
that would not play well in Danville, California. That is
not in any school. But I didn't come in there like.
Not just that, but particularly Danville, California.
Danville, yeah, they're very snooty, and like they were like very up.
They're very wealthy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Very white, and they're very wealthy.
Waspy. It's not just white. It's like waspy. It's but they're.
For sure, brother. I tell you, I got the day I turned 18, I put all my stuff in my little blue sparkly Fiat and drove out of Danville, California, never to look back again. So there you go.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Even
yeah.
though my brother still lives in Alamo, and my brother is very Alamo. So that's it.
so do you make him visit you since you don't go back?
I love my brother, but we are from different planets. He's a very, 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 very successful, very, very wealthy guy. Does very well, and so I usually see him at one of his many vacation properties.
Oh,
Whether
nice.
that be in La Quinta, California on the golf course, or La Jolla, California on the beach, or Lake Tahoe on the lake.
Yeah.
I go see him there. I don't go to Danville very often. So.
Geoffrey, so I wanted to start with a couple easy questions, and then we'll go into some mighty tough questions. You know what I mean?
No, there's no tough questions. Come on, go.
Oh, okay, excellent. I was trying to stop you. My first question is you've played a lot of history people that actually exist in history.
Yes,
So
I have.
so how do you prepare to get inside that character? Like now it's probably easier with the internet, but for example, when you did Young Guns, you didn't have internet. So how did you prepare for that on the research?
Jay McCloskey was his name. There were a lot of archives on him in the William Bonner archives, New Mexico archives, Texas. He's from Texas. Texas archives, and he was there. You could find everything about him. There's a lot of the library had a lot about him. So that was not as easy as it is certainly today. Most recently, I've played a couple of historical guys. I played
John Ford.
Played John Ford in Midway, and that was not difficult to find things on him. There's a wonderful documentary movie called When They Came Back. That was a big where I found his voice, his actual sound of his voice and his accent. And then before that, right before I did that, I did a project called Godfather of Harlem, Forrest Whitaker show, and I played Kenny O'Donnell, who was the chief of staff to John F. Kennedy, real guy, and there was a lot of speeches of his, and Giancarlo plays the Reverend Anthony Powell on that show, who was a senator from New York, so he was a real guy as well. And I can say it was a great compliment that when we went to the premiere of Godfather Harlem at the Apollo Theater in historical Harlem, fantastic location. So when I was walking the red carpet and I came off the red carpet, these folks, about my age, maybe a little older, but they just came up to me and introduced themselves. And they said, we just wanted to thank you. And I said, who might you be? And they said, we're Kenneth O'Donnell's children. And for the very first time, we heard our father on screen. He'd been played before. He'd been played by Kevin Costner in 23 Hours and whatever that name of that movie was. And he'd been played by a couple other actors as well. And they said, you were the first person that actually authentically captured his accent. You sounded exactly like him.
Yeah.
And I said, well, great. I painstakingly researched your father and I happen to have a really, same with Kenny, same with John Ford. I've been blessed with a very keen ear for dialect and very keen ears. I play a lot of different regions, different, Northeastern, and I've done a lot of theater where I've, played English and played Cockney and played a lot of Southern. I played a lot of Southern. Yeah, McCloskey's from the South.
So is it easier for you to play characters like that already and then put your own little juice on it?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, you have to obviously, I am who I am. I am me, so I can't get away from that. But I do pride myself. I'm a character actor, and I do pride myself on creating characters that are, outside myself, but yet, you can't help but have yourself in it as well. But, for example, I kind of just immerse myself into creating these characters. And the greatest, I just signed with a wonderful new agent, and at APA, which is a fantastic agency, and a new manager too. She's fantastic. Jennifer, you sent
Yeah, she's awesome.
She is so awesome. But what was wonderful when I met Jeffrey Jeff Witches, is he said, I saw your tape, my reel, and he goes, I knew every one of those characters. I've seen them in everything you've done. What I didn't know is that was played by the same actor.
Yeah. That's like a compliment.
Oh yeah, it was the highest compliment a character actor could receive.
Yeah.
I said, because I obviously knew you in Gump, and then obviously same director, Bob Zemeckis, did Contact, and your character in Gump, and character in Contact could not be more juxtaposed. I mean, 180-degree difference.
Yeah.
So.
But before my next question, I just wanted to let you know, you might not be aware of this, but I think you have a ghost in your house.
No, that's my son's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
She just got back from the vet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't want to spook you or anything.
She's not a ghost. No.
Oh, excellent.
It might even be my wife, but I think her name's Lexi. I think it's Lexi.
Oh, excellent. It's kind of like when you I have this weird eye for little things distract me. Like I was watching this movie, 3 Men and a Baby, and I saw a ghost in that movie too. You ever see that?
Gutenberg. Yes. That you're getting both. You're getting reflection into my house, and then you're getting reflection of the ocean I live upon.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And then, back to the questions. My next question is,
yes.
You did this. What's this?
Back to the answers. I just renamed myself on my little ID there because that is literally
that guy.
That's what Alan Ruck and I call ourselves.
Oh.
We call ourselves that guy.
Oh, yeah.
All day. I mean, I gotta tell you, go to the grocery store, when it's happening. They're like, you're that guy.
You know who gets that a lot is Fred Stoller.
Oh yeah, for sure. Love Fred Stoller. For sure. I would even say that's Fred Stoller. Fred, you're that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I know Freddie.
I know Fred too. I do stand up with him. And,
all right, tell him hello. You guys both do stand up?
Yeah.
My very dear friend just came out with her new book, and she's traveling around promoting it. Mary Lynn Reshkup.
Oh, I love Mary Lynn Reshkup.
Oh, she's the best.
Oh yeah. She opened for Saget when I opened for Saget.
Oh yeah. She and Bob were really good friends.
Yeah. So I met Saget through Norm, and I opened for Norm for 8 years.
I was a series regular on It's Gary Shandling show. So Norm and Sag, all those guys would, and for some reason Gary seemed to be like the big brother godfather to all comics. So our set was always constantly being visited by all, him and Spade and all those guys would come by. There was a guy
probably playing basketball or tennis.
Yeah, we had a basketball hoop on the set.
Yeah.
So, part of the actual active set was a basketball court. So they came and played basketball all the time. But what they didn't realize is that I was a Division I athlete.
Oh, really?
In tennis, and my father is a Hall of Fame. My deceased asshole father was a Hall of Fame lacrosse player.
Right.
So he's literally considered like one of the greatest lacrosse players of all time, and he's in the Hall of Fame. His name's Geoffrey Blake, and so I would I played hoops. I would school. Come on, comics. You're comics. It was like, let's be honest, most of you are like kind of wannabe basketball player, like little Jewish guy comics. So, I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
So all I had to do was post them up and boom.
I remember like when Norm had a sports show, he would, instead of write for it, he would just want to play basketball outside in the hoops.
Yes.
And he was terrible.
Oh, he's awful. Let's play basketball, shall we? I'll spot you. That's a really good jump shot. Yeah. No, you don't, Norm. First of all, you can't shoot from down here. It's got to be up here. All right, my way. Remember Norm's basketball prowess.
Oh, that's so great.
So when you were on the Gary Shandling show, you met you like worked with a lot of comics too.
Oh yeah, no, I told you the set was like the Hall of Fame of comedy. Everybody they'd come on as guest stars, Gilda Radner and Dwight Bell, who was the creator of Alan Zweibel, was a big time writer on Saturday Night Live. So we had all the great, and they would just like drop in. I mean, like, it'd be like they'd just like come and hang out for the day. Like, what's Jim Gaffigan? He would come by all the time and hang out, and so all of those. What's the one? What is my favorite? What is his name? The one who got banned for a while, the redhead, bald guy.
Kathy Griffin.
Louis C.K.
Oh, Louis C.K.
Oh.
You want to talk about a bad basketball player? Okay. Louis C.K. Come on, dude. You are walking, talking.
I heard red.
At first, Victor said Kathy Griffin. I was like, "Wow,
oh yeah, I love Kathy Griffin. I've worked with Kathy. And speaking of basketball, Kathy and I used to be. There was this guy, and he just retired, I think. But in the 80s and the 90s, I was very big in the 80s and the 90s. There was this commercial director named Joe Pitka. And Joe Pitka was the #1 commercial director in the world. He had all the huge Nike spots, the Pepsi spots, the Michael Jackson spots, all those. I mean, gigantic campaigns. He made me so much fucking money. And he would just call you up. You're in his little Rolodex, literally a little shoebox he had of people he liked. And if you had a card in his box, he would just call you up and you work. And me and Kathy Griffin were like we worked. We must have done 30 commercials together.
Wow.
And then the other guy had to door all the time for some reason that Joe loved was Andy Dick. So I was always working with Andy Dick. Oh my God.
I love Andy. He just got arrested though.
He gets arrested every week.
I know.
It's like, keep your hands out of the dude's shorts, all right? Just keep them out of there. Just because it's your last name does not mean you have a right to grab it. You may use that in your stand-up.
No. I'm friends with Andy, but I also know, like, I just feel like all the drugs he's done in his entire life has just fried him.
It's the drugs and the alcohol.
Yeah.
And for so many years, not accepting that he was gay. And so all that too. So
yeah.
Bless his heart. Let's hope he gets some help, get some therapy.
So back to the Gary Shandling show, because that was the first comedy show that kind of broke the rules on the fourth wall.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. How many episodes were you on? Like
I
6, 7?
I did the whole first season. Yeah, I think our first season was 7 or 10, something like that. And then basically what happened was I played Lewis, his like swinging single best friend. And it was based on a guy named Lewis, a real actor, Lewis, I forget it, Lewis Smith, I can't remember his last name. But anyway, when I auditioned for it, I was pretty sure that it was supposed to be like Richard Lewis, right? I figured he was just mocking. So I went in and went, I don't know, Gary, I don't know, I'm late, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Gary just cracked up and said, that's great. It's the wrong Lewis, but it's great. And that became the running gag for the whole show. I mean, literally all I would ever do is like show up because it was supposed to be live. I would show up at the end of the show, always late, like just before the credits, And I'd always have like, 2 or 3 hot chicks with me. We'd go sit in the hot tub or something and be like, I'm so sorry, Jerry. But like Tiffany and Tiffany here, we were, so ultimately that's all I ever did. And it's like, and I wear like these great, actually, this might even be from it. I'd wear like these great suits and very 80s, a lot of shoulder pads. It was the 90s actually. So a lot of still shoulder pads. By the end of season 1, Zweibel and I just had a nice sit down and said, and Gary as well, and we couldn't have been more gracious. That, you know what, guys, it's just, your show's great. It's going, but you have one joke for my character. It's like, we don't, it's not, so unless, I love you guys, but I think I kind of don't really need to come back for season 2. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
And it was and it was kind of bummed. It was bittersweet for me because I could have stayed and just, but it was just not, it wasn't creatively challenging to me. It was the best thing. Leaving was the best thing I could do, because literally that week, I literally got a call from my agent, Scott Harris, or it may have been Howard Goldberg, one of the two of them, and said, okay, so we're not doing Shandling. So I have a meeting for you with for this very interesting film. We don't know what to make of it, but it's got a very strange title. And I said, yeah, what is that? He goes, well, Bob Zemeckis is directing this movie called Forrest Gump. And it's about this guy who's slow and about this and that. And he goes, well, just read it and see what you think. Or if I had stuck with the being late every scene on Gary Shandling, I would never have done Forrest Gump.
Right.
And
I think Forrest Gump is one of the only movies out there that's actually perfect from beginning to end.
I agree, and it was definitely changed my career directly, totally. I have never stopped since Forrest Gump. I have never stopped working.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And yeah, because it literally has that as when I got cast in the pilot of Man in the High Castle on Amazon, David Semmel, whose daughter's name is Forrest, that's how much he loves that movie. He just said, yeah, I go, well, I wasn't able to meet him or audition for him because I was shooting a mini series down in Mexico. I go, what did you think of that? Self-tapes didn't exist then. We had pretty good self. We put together that cast. We put together more auditions together because it was an amazing cast. Yeah. So he goes, well, I probably watched about the only 3 minutes of it. And he goes, the only reason I kept watching was you already have the job. He said, he goes, he looked at it and go, oh, that's the guy from Gump. Okay, yeah, we want him. But he goes, what kept me listening, and this is a great story. What kept me listening is I was playing opposite. Michael Rispoli had already been cast, and the guy that was our sidekicks. We're mutual sidekicks.
Right.
He wonderful character, New York character actor, Michael Rispoli. And he was already cast as like this Italian, set in New York. It's, the Nazis have taken over New York, whatever. And it's set in this chop shop where we are, he's an Italian guy from the Bronx. It's in the Bronx. And we're a chop shop but what they don't know is that we are actually the resistance leader to the mafia. I mean, to the Nazis. We are this resistance leaders. And we're like shipping weapons and things to the war to places and helping people fight the Nazis. So Rispoli was already cast, and he was like this Italian American guy who owns the shop, and I'm like his lead mechanic, and so think about it, Italian American iconic lead, like, and so I'm shooting this miniseries,
right?
And I'm like, okay, so who am I gonna have do it with me? Who's gonna? Because all we did with each other was the greatest self-tape environment ever. Because it was a who's cast. It's like, okay, so listen, like I literally called him in the room and I say, hey, you want to come down and do the off camera for me and run this thing? It's a really fun character. And he says, yeah. So, yeah, and he did it. So then David Semmel's watching the tape and he's going, who is that? Who is that voice? It's perfect. Who is that? He goes, and then it dawned, he goes, oh my fucking God, that's Ray Liotta. I will give you $100. That is Ray Liotta. It's an Italian. And I go, you're right, Dave. It was Ray Liotta.
Oh my God.
And he goes, and I couldn't get out of my head. And then he goes, I have to admit to you, I did have probably an unethical moment where I did my producer and said, I mean, I love Rispoli, right? But you think we could get Leota? And
Victor actually had a question about Gump.
Well, the character died in this pilot, so it's like, and he goes, yeah, but he died. Leota's not going to play the guy who died.
It's probably too much money to pay just to die. Yeah.
Ray ain't cheap. He does not work for scale.
There goes the budget.
Yeah. So what's the next question, gentlemen?
Okay, that's from me. So obviously, you were in the movie Forrest Gump, and in the movie it was like a really, like, for me, I was watching this as like an 8 or 9-year-old,
right?
And I'm watching this, and I've never up to that point had ever seen like a bad guy that like hit a woman, like in a PG-13 movie or PG or whatever the movie is.
Yeah.
But obviously it's a movie, but you were so convincing. I fucking hated you as a kid. As a kid. No. Because I hated Billy Zane in Titanic. I hated you, but that's how convincing you were. It looked like you hit her. But my question is, Tom Hanks beat the shit out of you, and how? I just wonder what that was like.
Well, you would have to. You'd have to ask Joey, and his name's Joey Anaya Jr. He's my stunt double.
My goodness.
He has been my stunt double ever since that movie. So we've done a bunch of things. I always get Joey hired.
Awesome.
He looks exactly like my cousin Steve. And my cousin Steve and I look a little bit alike, but Joey took the beating on that one, and went across the table. And to be completely honest, not her fault. Well, a little bit her fault, maybe. I'm pretty sure on the take they used for the smack, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Robin didn't time her lean back quick enough, and I think I kind of smacked her.
Oh my God.
That looked convincing.
I'm pretty sure that's the take that accidentally happened. So
I'm like, you can't be hitting Forrest's lady like that, dude.
No,
like, I was just like, I know it's a character. I'm obviously just kidding. I think you're really talented, man. Because like I mean, as a kid, I recognized that. I was like, oh my God, there's bad white people. Because I live in the suburbs, so I'm just like, no way.
There's bad white people, and then you went to work in Danville, and then you figured it out.
Yeah.
Hey, on the bright side, at least Tom Hanks didn't beat you up.
I love Tom Hanks. He's from up there too. He's from Pleasanton. I mean, Pleasanton, or Pleasant Hill, actually. Right next. So yeah, it's interesting. You're not the only one. I've had like, there was a guy who I used to do voiceover with, and he was always like kind of cold to me and blah 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 blah. And you guys will enjoy this actually. So he came up to me one day and he said to me, "You know what, dude? I have to apologize to you." And I go, "What for?" And he goes, "I was watching with my autistic son the other day, Forrest Gump, his very favorite movie. And we watch it over and over and over and over and over again. And he said, I just realized that I've always like thought you were kind of a dick and kind of like, I was always going like, why do people like this dude? Why is he so loved at this agency?"
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick, right? And he goes, "I was completely transposing, and I didn't realize that I already had a pre-idea of who, not knowing that you were the guy in Forrest Gump that my son hates."
Yeah.
I said, "Well," he goes, "it was my bad." He goes, "That's how good you were in that movie. That's how." And then I realized I owe you an apology because I put onto you something that you played in a movie, and that's not you at all. So there you go.
Yeah, that might have been my dad because I'm autistic.
Okay, there you go.
But
I know you told me that. That's what I have a student. I teach, and every night, 5 nights a week, and I have an autistic actor in my class, probably around your guys' age actually, and he is so fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so good, but he brings his unique self to everything, and it's just magical.
Yeah.
So I think it's fantastic. So great on you guys.
The second question I had for you is kind of exactly like the Forrest Gump one, but I think when we first spoke, I told you I was a huge fan of The War at Home, which I think a lot of people haven't seen.
Right.
I think it's a great movie, but in your small scene, you were kind of the bad guy too.
Always.
So like I got that vibe of like I didn't like you in that character, but it really was touching for that whole moment, you know?
Yeah, that was a really, really, Emilio is one of my best friends. So
Emilio.
Yeah, so we've done about 4 or 5 movies together, and he's directed a couple of them, 3 of them actually. I did that with him, which was with Kathy Bates, and as well. And
Lane
Martin.
Smith was your
Yep.
dad.
Yep, I love Lane Smith. God, I loved him. What a great actor! And Lane Smith, Kathy Bates, and that was Emilio's sister who played my wife, Renee Estevez, and it was just obviously Emilio. It was a really nice experience. We shot it in Austin, Texas, which is a beautiful place. So that was a great experience. Then we did another movie together called Rated X, about the O'Farrell brothers who created the porn studio, the porn movie houses in San Francisco.
The Mitchell brothers.
Yeah, the Mitchell brothers. That's right. Yeah. And they played the Mitchell brothers, Charlie and Emilio. And I played their, let's just say, their sexually ambiguous attorney. And what else did we do together? So that's Young Guns.
You did The Great Men at Work.
Oh, brother, come on! How can we forget Frost, the Rastafarian garbage man?
It was one of the best comedies ever.
Shitbag exploded on him twice. Yeah,
my favorite line is like, "So you killed this man with a pellet gun?"
That's a fun movie. That was a fun movie to shoot.
Yeah.
We shot that all night, pretty much, the whole thing. So it was pretty great. Yeah.
It was also one of the most original movies because when you see comedies, you always see comedies with a best friend and a guy, but you don't see them being trash men. Right. You know what I mean? That's the only movie where they're actual trash men. And I thought that was unique and fun.
South Bay trash. That's where we were. We shot it all over the South Bay, all over Redondo Beach and Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach. And and then I did another movie with Emilio called Nightbreaker, which was about much more serious. It was about the true story of the U.S. servicemen who were human subjects for the testing of nuclear weapons in the deserts in Las Vegas. And they put them in the front and exposed them to the radiation and used it basically as guinea pigs to see what would happen to them. So,
whoa,
another light comedy. Yeah.
But that sounds intense, though.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Can't find it anywhere because TNT owned it, and they won't release the rights, and you literally can't find it. And it's really good. So Joey Pantoliano was great in it too. Yeah, Joey Pants. Yeah. So
now, see, like you have a couple of movies where they're locked up in a vault that you can't find. Exactly. Like so, how does that affect you to try and get that work out there for people who want to watch it?
I'm just an actor, dude. I'm just that guy. The only way it affects me is if they don't distribute it on other platforms. They don't get a fucking residual. That's what.
Yeah.
So, pay me the money, man. Come on now. Come on.
Victor, it's your question, buddy.
What's up, Victor? Are you in a car? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm in my car. Everybody always calls out me being in my car. I don't live in here though. I swear to God. Not that there's anything wrong with living in a car.
Oh, it's got good sound. That's why you can. Yeah, I got you. I do voice. If I'm on fucking location, I usually I'll do like voiceover in the car because you can soundproof it easily. So,
wow. Well, that's how do you soundproof a car? I'm just kidding. That isn't my question.
Well, it's got to be a car that's already soundproofed. You got it, dude. All right, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be a Honda Fit. It's got to be a car that has good soundproofing. Lexus and up that have good, as they say, noise reduction. I think that's what they sell it as.
Oh, well, mine's a Prius, so it has a lot of Lexus stuff.
I have a Prius. Actually, my 16-year-old
nice.
commandeered my Prius.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's what 16-year-olds do, though.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of it too. It's got the front bumper, back bumper, the trunk doesn't work. I mean, it's just
shit. Yeah, it was fine when you gave it to him. Anyway, I'm not getting involved. I'm sorry.
No, wait. I can't let that go unrecognized. Where shit happens in life that make me. We've been talking about this, and I should have turned my freaking alerts off, but I don't know how to do that. So literally, as soon as we said that, I got an alert that said Toyota Santa Monica, as if they knew that I was talking about them. And that's where I'm at.
Hold on, real talk though. Hey, are you still under warranty, or are you out of warranty with that Prius?
Still under warranty on that one. I just got rid of the 2005 that I was not under warranty. Literally the date, like 2 days before it was not under warranty, the hybrid battery died. So they had to give me a new battery on warranty. $6,000 saved.
Yeah. I was going to highly recommend a place in Buena Park called Hybrid Pit. I get no type of I'm just endorsing it because they resurrected my car. That was like pretty.
Yeah, I got those guys in Santa Monica. The guys in Santa Monica's names are car nerds.
Oh, car nerds.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the name of the business?
Yeah, that's the name of the business. Car nerds. and literally the woman who was my service advisor at Toyota Santa Monica, she was a big fan. So she thought I was cute too. So she told me, dude, you're getting fucking rimmed in this place, man. You got go to Partners is better than our mechanics, and they charge you about 1/3 of what these guys charge you.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, man. Yeah, mine was like about 1/4 of what they were going to charge, and then I got like 4 times the work. It was ridiculous. And then I told the mechanic, I was like, I don't have to suck your dick, right? Anyway, it was cool. But I just sucked his dick because they did a good job. But anyway, my question to you is, how? Okay, so you're in the business, you see. I mean, obviously, I'm sorry, that was like a stupid thing for me to say. How do we get more fat leading men in film and television? I know that's a self-serving question, but you always see these fat, bumbling, falling on the ground. Is it just like nobody wants to see a fat guy get his dick sucked, or like what's the deal?
Come on, that's just not true. I mean, Seth Rogen. Come on.
Yeah.
What about
Seth Rogen, who's now skinny?
Yeah, I know. You got to tell them. You got to tell them to not get skinny. That's the first thing you got to do. You got to tell Seth to come on, man, stick with us here. Let's not go city. I mean, fucking Hill went skinny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know these fucks.
Yeah. Well, because they get the trainers and all that, and then they realize they get more chance of getting lucky when they're skinny. But John Goodman, come on, John
Goodman, another guy who's now skinny.
Well, he has to be because he has heart disease. But,
I'm actually happy for all those men and anybody who loses weight. Even Adele, who I was attracted to when she was plus size, and now I'm like, who cares? You know, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, she just looks like an ordinary white woman. And then so used to be plus size and made parts of me plus size when I see her. But like she has a great voice sometimes. I mean, thank God it like the fatness of her.
What is her name? The wonderful Lizzo? Is that her name?
Oh, Liz. Oh, she's so hot, bro. Right, oh God, that's my girl, dude. Oh God.
Back to the premiere of Godfather of Harlem. Lizzo was at the premiere. And so she walks up to me at the bar and she goes, I love your work. Like, I guess she goes, man, I grew up with you on Friends. I go, what? She goes, you're Matthew Perry, right? I said, no, I'm not Matthew Perry. She goes, you're Matthew Perry. I know you're Matthew Perry. And I took my license out even and said, I'm Geoffrey Blake. I'm not. You're Matthew Perry. I don't even. That's all because you're fronting with the license. So Lizzo, yeah.
That would have been kind of funny if you acted like you were Matthew Perry.
I got it on the red carpet for Midway. I just happened to have his hair at that time. That was all. And yeah, so I said, she said to me, I say, well, can I buy you a drink? Is what I said to her. Can Matthew buy you a drink? And she goes, yeah. And I go, well, how about it like a black label Johnny Walker? And she said,
Matthew can't afford that.
no, she goes, no. Go, yeah, sure, like that. She goes, oh, really? I go, yeah, sure, like that. I get her the black label Johnny Walker. I go, you do know that this is a host bar, that the company's paying. I didn't buy you a drink. It's all free.
Oh my God, yes. Wait, but how do we get more fat leading guys? Like, I mean,
I would recommend that you write a movie that has a good fat leading guy in it. How about that?
I bet you're gonna recommend that I lose weight. You're like,
No,
lose weight. It'll
no,
be good
don't do that.
I'm too fat to play a fat guy right now. I'm 380. So I have to lose at least 100 pounds to at least be told I have to lose another 25 pounds. So like it's a little bit more hopeful as opposed to losing 125 pounds right now. But you know, I think for liability reasons, you know, I don't blame them. But whatever.
Yeah, I got you. But you're a comic, right?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Nothing better than the fat comic. Come on.
exactly.
Fat
But
is
that's
all-
only if you do good. If you don't do good, they're just like, fuck you. But then I get insecure. Like, you weren't going to touch it to me.
I can already tell. Fat
Oh,
is all
thanks, brother.
except
You're hilarious talking to you right now. And I'm just like, so when's your next special coming out? Oh, shit. Oh,
Jeff,
I'm not
have you?
being an-
it's really interesting, dude. I'm pretty funny.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this
it's hilarious. You
this
fucking make me
town,
laugh.
this town does not even think of me as funny at all.
Have you ever wanted to do stand up?
I've done it a couple of times. I had fun.
Yeah.
I had no act. I just literally got up there and just started telling stories and talking. So,
Nice.
just intermix, I would think I was in Albuquerque at some place, whatever, because I just happened at the time when I was on Shandling, I could go anywhere just because I was on Shandling and get a few minutes just because I was.
Right.
Even
my
though I
God.
wasn't a comic. So when I was out of town on location, I would go into like Chuckle's Funny Farm or whatever the hell they were called. I would basically just get up there and start talking about like there was. I remember one time it was in Albuquerque. And this guy he was in this pink shirt that was the most hideous shirt I've ever seen in my life. Right. So I literally said, "Okay, dude, can we just talk for a minute?" So you actually went to your closet. You're about to leave the house. You're out with this lady. And you're thinking like this shirt's gonna get it done. This is the worst piece of wardrobe I have ever seen. I mean,
And
you tell me you do know it's pink, right? Or tell me you're colorblind. Because if you're colorblind, then I'm all the empathy. And I'm telling you right now, it's pink.
Yeah.
It's really pink. And it's a really bad. It's like Pepto-Bismol pink. That's what it is. It's like.
And
Well, I
you could
live-
always end every joke, be like, take it from me, I'm Matthew Perry.
I'm Matthew Perry. I got a
Dude,
hair.
that Matthew Perry story is fucking hilarious. Like
Yeah.
that's a great opener or closer, wherever you want to put it in. You're at a jam, you forgot what you're gonna say, you just plop that in, boom. Like it'll just, yeah. If I was booking a show, I'd have you on it. Or if you want to come to my show in Richmond every second Tuesday of the month, I'll give you some time.
Remember Rich Brother I was telling you about, right?
Yeah.
So Rich Brother, the soccer stadium at Richmond High School, right?
Mhm.
He built that.
Whoa.
He donated.
Wow.
that.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yeah,
Extra
and
wow.
he
Jesus.
did that because, and he has a foundation for Richmond High School called College is Real. And if kids play 4 years of soccer in that stadium and keep their grades up and get decent SATs, he then pays for their college.
Oh, that's
Holy
awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like rich. Holy shit.
I
Not
told
that
you,
I was,
No, he's
Oh my
rich. That amazing mall in downtown Walnut Creek, the one with the Cheesecake Factory in it and the movie theaters and all
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He owns that.
Oh my God. Jesus.
He built
Can he
that.
tell me? Do you know if he'll like sponsor my comedy show? I'm just kidding. No. But I mean, if you guys wanted to come to my comedy show, I thought you were gonna be like, oh, in Richmond. And I'm like, is he
No.
about to tell me he owns Armistice Brewing Company? Because that's where my show's at. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
He
If you
owns,
wanted to go by.
he owns Dave. He owns a lot up there. Dave's Chicken. He owns lots of things up there.
Oh, nice, dude! Congratulations, good for him, man. That's
Hey,
awesome.
we don't even. We're like I said, we're not even on the same planet. So, he's like the richest, he's the richest guy, on like rich, and it just pisses him off because he builds malls. Okay, and it pisses him off that all anybody ever asks is, so what's your brother in next?
Oh, that's so fucking funny. But that's probably like an ego killer right there. It's just like, oh, it's like I worked so hard. I've like multi-millions, if not billions of dollars. It's like, oh yeah, but what's your actor brother doing? Not you. Not you with all these riches. Who gives a fuck about riches? Your brother's been in the big pictures, It's just what has he been in a movie? I haven't been in a
He
movie.
says his brother's Matthew Perry.
Yeah. my brother actually looks like Phil Mickelson. Yes. Plays golf and everything. He doesn't play golf, and he's left-handed. So there you have it.
Now,
Wow, that's
Jeffrey, I
finished.
want to respect your time, but I have four more questions.
Literally, I got no. Keep going. I got nowhere to go. I got
Okay, cool. Because I want to ask these four questions. They're
Literally,
very important.
We're down to one car right now between the wife and I, and so she has it, and she's out. I don't know what she's doing, so she's out till like 4:00. So I got nothing to do, but
Oh,
So
awesome.
let's go. I like you guys. You guys are funny. I'm gonna come do stand up at your show in Richmond. Go
All
ahead.
right. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Coming to the stage.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.